Ahmedabad versus Mumbai in terms of jewelry, how do both of the markets differentiate and similarize?
Jewelry care is something that everyone should implement in their lives. You should never put perfume on your jewelry because that decolorizes your jewelry. If you're wearing luxury every day, then it takes away from the fact that you have a tennis bracelet.
Yeah.
I think for Jawan, he was wearing this tennis chain and a bracelet. You won't see Shah Rukh Khan wearing that every day, even though he's Shah Rukh Khan and even though he can wear it.
And how did you move to Bombay from Ahmedabad, Ajmer? What happened next after that? When did you join the business?
Oh, so I graduated in 2024 from Boston, and it's only been a year and a half since I've joined the business.
Okay.
But the business was always like it's a dinner table conversation at home. You know, like you always talk about what happened in the day, आज क्या design बिके,
Yeah.
you know, कहाँ से मैंने आज source किया. So a lot of things. I feel like when I joined the business, it was actually formalized. But before that, I probably knew like overview ki, you know, क्या होता है the business. And that is something that someone who's joining, like a new generation that's joining, will always have an advantage over someone who's starting out himself. So, you know, these are some things that you value, and that's how you learn, you know, like if you're hearing something about the business every day, you tend to know it. Like it becomes like second-hand information to you.
Muscle memory.
Nice. And before we deep dive, I know you like jewelry. Do you like diamonds?
I love diamonds.
So, favorite cut of diamonds you would believe is gonna be trend this season and next season?
This season, like for me or for
out
consumer?
there,
I feel like Marquise is something that's really up and
Marquise.
coming. It's absolute, like it's so beautiful to look at.
Yeah.
And when you have a good cut and clarity, you know, and you see a Marquise, like it's just beautiful to look at.
Yeah.
So, since you're talking about Marquise, let's simplify it. How does a Marquise look like if you have to explain to a viewer?
Okay, so it's basically an oval but pointed towards the shorter sides.
Yeah.
It looks like an eye, but if you put it vertically.
Vertically.
And it's actually one of the best looking cuts, and it's very hard to source as well. Like to get a very good.
And where do we get Marquis from?
It's
it depends on the cut, right? Like so, when you cut the diamond, you can cut it in several different ways.
So Marquise is usually used with people who want to use the more elongated effect towards their hands or their ears or the face. Is that true?
It's a very stunning cut, you know.
Nice.
So, let's say you're wearing a tennis bracelet, and let's say you have a round tennis bracelet and you have a Marquise tennis bracelet.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
You can very clearly tell the difference in the look itself.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's whenever something's new, it always looks beautiful. But then this cut has been there for generations, but now people are using it
Yeah.
because it looks amazing. To
Something
the eye.
you played with market diamonds with your design recent times or
Absolutely. So a lot of our pieces have खाली उसके लिए पहन रहे हो.
for that own piece.
आप setting कर सकते हो, छोटे pieces में डाल सकते हो, but you will never have a set that has a Marquise.
Story which was originated when it started.
Correct.
And then from a wholesaler to retailer.
Yeah.
Can you give a light on how those transitions happened when it started and to where it is now?
So buying gold bars to making jewelry.
Well, I just add one correction to that. My grandfather, my great-grandfather, he had moved from Pakistan to Ajmer after the partition. He had only 10 rupees in his pocket and he had 5 other brothers and sisters to cater to. So he got a job. The first thing that he saw was gold. He started bullion trading. So at that time, what used to happen was Bombay and Ajmer prices were very different, right? The gold that you used to get in Ajmer is more expensive, and Bombay was a little cheaper because this is the port of contact. So what he used to do was he used to come to Bombay, buy bars, sell it over there. So that's a risk-free arbitrage. But everything had to be done via train.
Yeah.
My dada continued this legacy, and he also started wholesale along with his brothers. My dada has 12 other siblings. out of which 6 were brothers.
12.
Yes, 12.
God
Yeah,
damn.
Sindhi families tend to be very big. But yeah, so my dad was the eldest born to my grandfather, but there were a lot of other brothers. So my dad wanted to venture out on his own because, you know, having such a big business is, succession is very hard
Yeah.
when you have so many members in the family. So he ventured out himself. He started wholesale in Ahmedabad. As soon as he graduated, he took a train to Ahmedabad, started wholesale. And within a year after his graduation, we had our first retail store on CG Road in Ahmedabad.
Nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. How many stores do you have now?
Currently, we have 5 stores. So 3 in Bombay and 2 in Ahmedabad.
And how did you move to Bombay from Ahmedabad, Ajmer? What happened next after that?
Actually, I was born in Ahmedabad.
Nice.
Yeah. So my parents were both, my mom is from Ahmedabad and my parents lived in Ahmedabad till 2007 until my dad spotted an opportunity in Bombay. So our Ahmedabad store was running. We had our client base over there. After he came to Bombay, he worked towards starting a store over here. So in 2012, we started a store in Bombay, our first store in Bandra. After that, we started another store in Ahmedabad because demand was very good. It's a very up and coming city, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then in Bombay, we just expanded because, we could not have so many people in one store. People wanted us to, come
Nice.
to them, come to them instead of them coming to us.
Nice.
So that's how we.
So, Ahmedabad versus Mumbai in terms of jewelry, how do both of the markets differentiate and similarize? If you have to give it some examples or anything, if you can.
Okay. So Bombay is all about the glam,
Yeah.
It's all about putting your best self out there. It's about wearing the most latest designs. To an extent, till I think, let's say, the 2010s, Ahmedabad was just catching up. But right now, if you look at Ahmedabad as a city, it's a very rich city.
Yeah.
People want the best, just like Bombay. So there is more studded demand over there, more demand for diamonds, more demand for stones, along with jewelry. Before that, I would say a lot of, let's say, Gujarati and Marwadi consumers prefer, 22 karat gold jewelry, not a lot of stones. So I think that was the difference. Now I feel like because of everything opening up, the internet has opened up us to a lot of designs. People want to see the best.
That's true.
So you get queries from pretty much all of India.
Yeah.
That's
If you think about it, and everyone is seeing your design. So like that, I feel everyone has to switch, has to keep up with the trend,
That is true.
and that's something that is common across all of the metro cities in India at least.
Nice.
You joined the business 18 months back. How has your journey been in the business? What have you learned so far, and what are you itching to learn that you think you haven't learned so far?
So from the outside, whenever I heard the conversations at the dinner table, I was like, okay, I pretty much know everything about this business.
Yeah.
I think the day I landed, 8th of May was when I landed in Bombay at, let's say, around 11:30 p.m. at night. 9th of May at 10 o'clock, I was at the store. And my first day was like, oh my God, what is happening? It's not like I had never been to the store,
Yeah.
right? I always went after
Yeah.
school. But when you actually sit and do, it's
Yeah.
so much more different. There are so many things that you need to care about.
Yeah.
The way your staff is talking to the customer, your ears have to be all across. My dad always tells me, आपके 2 कान हैं, पर 20 जगह होने चाहिए.
Yeah.
You always have to know what people are talking. If let's say your staff is not talking to our customer well, you need to correct them. You need to tell them what to say next time.
Yeah.
You need to see what all stock is coming in, what is going out.
Yeah.
You need to make sure that every piece is handled, taken care of.
Yeah.
For example, your staff can be rough with the jewelry sometimes, that cause a lot of scratches. I've seen a lot of diamond scratches, sometimes when
Nice.
people were.
Yeah.
So you have to be diligent about it. And you need to make sure that you know every process. For example, as simple as, setting up the stock in the morning to counting the stock at night.
Yeah.
Those are things that have their own intricacies. Whether you count a necklace set as one SKU or 2 different SKUs is very, you need to know when you're taking it in. So you need to know how to take the product into your system as well. So all of these intricacies, you have to know, and that is, I think, what I'm spending my most time learning. Every system, I would say I'm still learning.
That's true.
Every like I cannot say that I'm an expert at running my own store, but I know for a fact that I can bring value
Nice.
through technology, through
Yeah.
AI. A lot of things can be done through softwares that like older generations may not be aware about.
Yeah.
Especially with AI, like reaching out to your customers, logging some data in,
Yeah.
optimizing a process through a workflow using N8N, something like that.
Yeah.
Before we move towards tech and AI, I wanted to ask a simple question.
Hmm.
Jewelry care, uh, in simple ways, a consumer can do to take care of their jewelry.
Oh, well, it also depends on the type of jewelry that.
So let's bifurcate in diamond, gold, and Polki. Jewelry care for all these three products.
Correct. So, jewelry care is something that everyone should implement in their lives. You're spending a lot of money trying to get a piece, and you don't feel so good when, like, for example, you have a car and that has a scratch. It's the worst feeling ever in the world, right?
Yeah.
I think people need to start feeling that about jewelry as well.
Yeah.
For example, we give a lot of care tips to our customers. We've always posted on our Instagram. Whenever someone buys jewelry from our store, we tell them, you should keep it a certain way. You should not apply any. For example, I'll just tell you, you should never put perfume on your jewelry because that decolorizes your jewelry.
Is it for gold as well?
For gold?
Okay.
You'll see smudges. The gold doesn't decolor, but you just have to do a steam polish again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scratches on diamonds. A lot of people have very rough usage with their jewelry. There are some pieces that you can wear every day,
Yeah.
right? And there are some pieces that you should not wear every day because then it gets tarnished. For example, Polki sets should be kept in linen cloth
Okay.
and then put into your locker
Nice.
in a plastic box.
Interesting.
A lot of people give boxes,
Velvet boxes.
velvet boxes. Sometimes the surface of some of the boxes that people give is very rough. That can cause micro scratches on your jewelry. Should never you should always keep Polki jewelry in linen, wrapped in linen and in a plastic box, and we provide that to the customers.
So
Interesting.
you're talking about bracelet. Do you think my bracelet is something which I can wear on daily basis?
I was going
and
to ask that question. Wait, I'll ask that question. So he's wearing rings, bracelets, necklace, watch.
Not a lot. Just a
Um,
bit.
Anything else?
I just want a brooch. I think I'm going to look for a brooch next.
Absolutely, I think that's the new
Yeah.
article that men
We're
should wear.
gonna come on men's
Yeah.
jewelry.
Yeah, we'll
don't
have
worry.
top 5
I-
things
it,
that men
it,
should
it
wear.
excites me, but let's keep our.
Yeah, so what would you say are do's and don'ts for Shaan to be wearing on a daily basis or even for a podcast? What he should style better from this?
Okay. With respect to men, I'll say we are very rough users of anything. For example, our phones. We tend
Yeah.
to drop our phones a little more. We tend to crash it, it into a wall or something.
Watches.
Watches. So micro scratches is something that it's not preventable if you're wearing something that something that you're wearing on a daily basis. All you can do yourself is try and not bang it on any walls, or for example, his necklace, it's fibrous, right? So sometimes removing the fiber can also be very difficult from a very intricately designed piece. So always try to wear things that don't stick to your jewelry. In all cases you can never do it. For example, bridal wear is something that always sticks to your jewelry. Sometimes it'll always let's say your chain will always get stuck on that one particular embroidery. You can't do anything about it. But as much as you try, should not wear something that's extremely fibrous, because वो fibers फिर अटक जाते बीच बीच में, and then it's very hard to remove it yourself. So you should come to someone who can
Do it professionally.
Exactly.
And you were talking about his bracelet.
Yeah.
What is it that caught your attention?
Oh, it's the sheer amount of diamonds that were on it. I don't see a lot of men wearing those many.
VS1, I think, or VS2.
Okay,
I think must be.
What should he be careful about when wearing this kind of bracelet on occasions like podcast?
Occasions is fine. You should always wear jewelry on occasions. That's what we wear jewelry for. Like, for example, the kada can sometimes
Yes.
Yeah,
touch the
scratch
jewelry.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
So those micro scratches can occur. There won't be a loss of color or anything because it's 18 karat rose gold, but you'll see some dents sometimes when you're, like for example, unintentionally you're putting your hand up,
Yeah.
so your bracelet is crashing onto your kada.
Okay. So I want to follow up on this. Scratches on jewelry, scratches, minute scratches on bracelets, rings, necklaces. Are those repairable, polishable, or what can be done for those by a jeweler?
Most of it is repairable. Even like like this, for example, this will not bend because it's 18 carat. It's more stiff. But 22 carat bracelets that bend a little bit, that don't have like a proper breakage, it can be repaired.
Okay.
Even if you have a breakage, it can always be repaired.
Right.
It just requires a little bit more of gold,
Gold, yeah.
that you have to put in.
That's true.
So repairability is something that can be done, but you cannot do it yourself. You need to go to someone who is a professional. So yeah, I mean, I don't think you're using it.
They will
But-
get a heart attack.
I mean, no,
Yeah.
I'll just send it across to MK, to be honest. You
No.
can just polish it and send me back.
Absolutely, absolutely.
My motto is wear jewelry with pride,
Yeah.
wear it with the confidence,
Absolutely.
and at the end, MK will end up polishing it.
No, that's not true.
That's not what
I
they
was kidding. I'm pulling a
No,
leg.
cut this part.
we started on this tangent of men's jewelry.
Men's jewelry, yeah.
We talked about this person who's interested in jewelry.
Hmm.
Let's talk about men's jewelry. Do you think men's jewelry is in right now?
Well, men's jewelry is absolutely in. I feel like people don't notice it as much because men don't wear something distinctly, different from. Like for example, you'll always see a man wearing a gold chain, or at least someone who is from a previous generation will always wear a gold article. You'll see a lot of yellow gold chains. Now, because of technology, because of how manufacturing is run, you have a lot of machine chains that can give you a lot of shapes.
Yeah.
So, for example, have you seen the Kaju Katli chains?
Yeah.
Chains have two locks around it, right? Now, there's technology that has a Kaju Katli type piece of gold, and that's attached across. So, it's rounded, and you'll see a lot of Kaju Katli type pattern. Bracelets. I feel like more than anything, our fashion sense, like men's fashion sense has evolved so much.
Yeah.
For example, one of the people I really look at is Manish Malhotra. He had this suit that he was wearing, and he had, I think, 10 or 15 brooches that he was
That
wearing.
was so good. I would love that.
Absolutely. So, like, I feel like whatever you feel confident in, you should wear.
Even
Okay.
Karan Johar wore this tie,
Yeah.
and on the tie it was full, and the lapels was full of.
Correct. I've
Karan
seen
Johar
that,
had a
yeah.
full lapel full of brooches and a
Correct,
tie full of brooches. That was also really
Yeah.
nice.
So, obviously, you need to be confident in what you're wearing.
Yeah.
For example, I keep it minimal when I'm usually at work. So I wear my one bracelet. I do usually wear a white gold chain, 18 carat,
Nice.
but it's very minimal. But then when I'm going out, I have two other bracelets that I wear. My dad is very fond of jewelry, so he has a bracelet where he has an R on top of it, and that's encased in diamonds.
Oh, interesting.
So that looks beautiful, and he has
So,
enamel work on it.
Sorry to. I was quite curious. So there are two types of guys or men.
Mhm.
One is a subtle man, someone like you, and someone is a loud man
Yeah.
in terms of jewelry.
Correct.
If you had to give a piece for both of them, or two pieces for both of them, what would you suggest? A subtle man and the loud man.
I feel subtlety also has a spectrum, right? So if you want to be extremely subtle and you want to wear some sort of
Accessory?
accessory, you can wear a thin gold chain, right? Now subtlety can be also stretched to someone who's wearing a brooch
Nice.
on a suit,
Yeah.
correct? You can wear a good pattern or something with a stone. You can always have it on your suit. That is
Yeah.
something that looks very elegant. If it matches the color of your suit, that's even better. For
Nice.
example, one of the trends that I'm seeing right now is black suits with a green emerald brooch.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Manish Malhotra picture that I was talking about?
And I can visualize it that it would become it matches well, green and the black.
Exactly.
And
combination.
contrasting as well.
Yeah,
They're
the
adding a bit of pop and also not doing too much.
Exactly, but also, you see how jewelry influences the clothes that you're wearing.
Yeah.
Now you're wearing that brooch.
Yeah.
That can influence you to make a suit
Yeah.
elegant. So you can maybe have some silver embroidery, something like that, some sequencing,
Yeah. Even the buttons.
buttons. Absolutely.
Basics.
If you want, you can always wear a small bracelet. Like this is something that's very subtle. For the loud man, honestly, you can go with anything. To be honest,
A basic.
Do you think Shaan is loud today?
I don't think he's loud. I think loud has a very negative connotation. loud should have a positive connotation. That means that the person is confident within
Yeah.
himself
Yeah.
to express what he likes.
Yeah.
Correct? I think one of the most common loud per se
Yeah.
type of outfit you can wear is a sherwani with a nice long set
Nice.
with stones.
Even tennis.
Even tennis, yeah.
Yeah.
Tennis bracelets are, see now tennis bracelets again, the size of the diamond will tell you whether it's loud or subtle.
Yeah.
And it depends on what you're pairing it with. If you're stacking it, then it's loud. If you're wearing it individually, then it can be subtle.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
To-
I will follow up on the tennis chain. A guy looking to buy a tennis chain, but he does not, who can also wear it to work. What are the sizes of carats of diamonds he would go for?
I'd say half carat would not look so bad.
Okay.
Or I think it's very subtle. Anything beyond that will definitely, you can see now tennis bracelets again in general are very noticeable.
Yeah.
You can see if someone is wearing one, you can see it from far.
Yeah.
I feel like if you go for a tennis bracelet that has a low caratage, then it may not like pop out as much, but also the feeling of wearing a tennis bracelet comes from the shape, the size of the diamonds. So I'd say anything from a below a 0.5 or a 0.25 would,
So that can be worn a more occasion, like more often.
yeah. I
And-
think tennis bracelet is something that men should not
Think
You
about.
can no, they can think about it. You should wear it absolutely, but that's not something you wear every day.
Yeah.
Because again, the perception of diamonds is luxury, right? If you're wearing luxury every day, then it takes away from the fact that you have a tennis bracelet. It takes
Yeah.
away from the the feeling of wearing a tennis
A
bracelet.
luxury thing.
Yes. For example, Shah Rukh Khan, I think for Jawan, he was wearing this tennis chain
Chain, yeah.
and a bracelet. I think I made a reel on that also because that's something that stood out to me. You won't see Shah Rukh Khan wearing that every day,
Wearing that, yeah.
even though he's Shah Rukh Khan and even
Yeah.
though he can wear it. So
Yeah.
style is also an expression of like how you want to put yourself out
Yeah.
there. For example, everyone is just like everyone in the US is iced out because that's how they want to express themselves.
Yeah.
Rappers, for example, Badshah
Yeah.
will probably wear a tennis bracelet every day.
Karan
But if I'm
Aujla has an amazing
Karan
chain.
Aujla is amazing.
His Cuban
I
is too
feel
good.
I love his fashion so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Karan Aujla, thank you so much for expressing yourself with jewelry. It really provides us men a platform and understanding ourselves with jewelry.
On Shah Rukh Khan, do you want to play that game?
I think let's do that game. I think he can talk about the. I think he'll have fun. Let's start with Shah Rukh since he spoke about Shah Rukh.
But he's seen that already.
Yeah, that's the thing. But it's okay.
I've almost seen every Shah Rukh Khan.
No, I mean,
okay.
I have
Okay.
seen the clue from the previous.
I do not see the exact picture, but I know what outfit you're talking about.
Okay,
The
let's
game is
show
called This or That. We will show you two celebs. You have to choose one which you more
that. Whose
feel
design you
who
like?
you
more.
like more,
Yeah.
the style who you like more, and what would you do to personalize it in your own manner. So first one
Absolutely.
is Diljit and Shah Rukh.
Okay. It's a very difficult choice because I think I'm a Shah Rukh Khan fan since I was a kid, and like I was talking, everyone's sense of fashion is based on like
Yeah.
how they can put themselves out best. I absolutely respect Diljit's outfit. I think it's beautiful. I think every piece that he's worn is stunning. I think there was some. I think an article had just come out about he wore the necklace that was
Inspiration.
inspired from the King of Punjab.
Yeah.
I think that's an absolute respect to the culture. But I want to talk about like how you should wear what you can pull off based on like what you do as well.
Okay.
Like in every occasion, like for example, a person who can wear a tennis bracelet can wear it every day if he's from an industry like that.
Okay.
So
Okay,
it's more about the acceptance of jewelry,
Hmm.
and that's based on which you feel confident to wear. So I absolutely respect what Diljit's wearing. I think I read an article about how the necklace that he's wearing is inspired from the King of Punjab.
Yeah.
But I don't know what more screams Shah Rukh Khan or King than this outfit, to be honest. I think the way he stacked his chains, obviously he's not going to do it every day. Like this was done for the Met
I don't
Gala.
think he has ever done it.
He's never done it. And it's not him, but when I see this outfit, I know, okay, this guy is king, like King Khan. So I think what he's done really well is he stacked his chains.
Yeah.
He has a low neckline. He's not wearing a shirt. He's only wearing the He's only wearing his coat and he's wearing this outfit got a lot of criticism.
Yeah.
Like they were like, oh, this is like the worst outfit
Yeah.
that I've seen. I think this was the most volatile response to any outfit that
Yeah.
I've seen. Some people really love it, some people like it. I think I'm from the people that love it
Yeah.
the most.
You said, or you were mentioning that this is not an everyday thing which Shah Rukh would do.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people working, or we all know people work in different professional fields or different fields. Like Shaan is doing podcast now on mostly an everyday basis. I work in the corporate field. You work as a jeweler.
Correct.
What are those? Does everyday profession have a change in your jewelry lifestyle,
Jewelry styling.
jewelry styling?
Absolutely. I feel like you can add your own elements. Like a lot of people who even work in corporate always have a bali that they wear or a diamond earring that they wear, you know. I mean, Salman Khan has been doing it since a very long time. Even though he does not wear that much jewelry, you will never
Yeah.
see him wearing, except his bracelet
Yeah.
and his earring, you will never see him wear anything else.
Yeah.
I don't think I have at least.
We have a picture of Salman as well.
Salman, we're gonna expose you. I don't think our team has got this picture from years and years ago. So
I think this is from Prem Ratan Dhan.
Oh, Prem Ratan Dhan Payo. Yeah, he's wearing a pearl necklace.
But
No, I
that's
think
from
it's
a movie.
Polki.
Polki,
Is it
no, pearl,
Polki? Check once. I think
Oh,
it's
it's
Polki.
Polki.
Polki string.
Sorry. It's 100% yeah, it's Polki. That, you see, in any of his roles except Prem Ratan Dhan Payo, I don't recall
Like
a
on
time.
day, or for his work, he did it.
Yeah, for his work. But you'll never see him wearing it in everyday life.
Yeah.
So first, it's all about preference, whether you want to wear it or not. I prefer to wear some sort of jewelry on me all the time. So
Nice.
I like I said, I already wear the bracelet that my dad gave me on my 18th birthday, and I wear a chain at all times. I think a lot of the biggest reason why people wear jewelry is occasion, and I think that is that's the magic of it. When you wear jewelry, you feel more equipped
Yeah.
to be able to go out to talk. You feel the most confident in yourself. You can always do something to make it an everyday part of your life. See, this is something that's subtle and accepted across.
Yeah.
If I even wear this to a proper corporate finance meeting, people will
look
see
fine.
it, but
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
very
something
subtle,
that's
yeah.
stark.
Yeah.
For example, we were talking about tennis bracelets, right? Now, tennis bracelet, if I wear to a,
Corporate.
let's say, an M&A acquisition meeting, then, you know,
It's a bit-
it's something that's stark and it catches attention. So for people who are in corporate, you have to make sure that you're subtle with it.
Yeah.
You're not going over the top, right? Now, for example, Shaan's wearing a suit right now. With the shirt, he could probably go to an M&A meeting, a mergers and acquisitions meeting.
Yeah.
But with the T-shirt and the and the
Jewelry.
chain, it would probably not look
Yeah.
appropriate
For
for the
a-
event.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it looks
Dress
appropriate
for-
for a
Yes.
podcast.
Dress for the occasion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if any groom is wearing a sherwani and a nice emerald necklace with
Yeah.
his sherwani, let's say a pastel color, that would look beautiful. That would look amazing and imagine what that would do to the confidence of the person who's getting married. He'd
Yeah.
feel so positive about himself. There's a lot of things happening when people are getting married, and just to go out there and be that confident, like Diljit did with his outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a proper wedding outfit. I
Yeah.
think Shaan should definitely try that for his.
Definitely.
You look like a king,
Definitely.
and you
Thank
are the
you.
king on that day, right?
I mean, we should be everyday kings.
Yeah. So
Last
my last question to you, Kush, is let's do a groom guide. Grooms getting married in the next 6 months for their wedding. How many pieces of jewelry should they get for their whole functions?
Okay, so let's say for a wedding with 3 functions, let's say you have a Sangeet night, you have a wedding or a haldi, and a reception, right?
Yeah.
So let's go by outfit. Does that work? Yeah. So we can for haldi, for
Yeah.
example, that's usually the groom wears like a sherwani with not a lot of embroidery or a kurta that looks good. What the groom can do is always pair it with a nice bracelet, maybe yellow gold, because yellow also complements
Yeah,
haldi,
haldi.
right?
Nice.
For an Indo-Western outfit, depends. If you're only wearing a band gala, you can, since it's Indo-Western, you can probably go with a tennis chain,
Nice.
yeah,
That look
or a
beautiful.
tennis bracelet.
Nice.
You can always pair a ring with
Nice.
it. You're obviously gonna wear a wedding ring, right?
Nice.
But you can always go for a ring on the other side, something that doesn't outshine your wedding ring. But
Yeah.
then for your wedding, I think that Diljit picture is it's a great example
Yeah.
of what you can do with it.
Yeah.
Wear a nice har if your sherwani is in pastel colors or in it's not a very bright color, then you can always go for something that stands out, because that is the attraction piece, right? And I think for the reception, so you're wearing a tuxedo, right? You can always cover it up with a nice bracelet,
Yeah.
a brooch, absolutely. A brooch would look amazing on a tuxedo. I
Yeah.
think Manish Malhotra and Karan Johar have sort of proved that.
Yeah.
On your tie as well.
Yeah.
And if you're really fond of it, you can wear nice
Studs.
diamond studs also.
Yeah. Interesting. It's been lovely to have you here.
Of course, man. Absolutely.
And I hope our viewers got to learn. And we hope to keep you entertained with the knowledge from the jewelry, from people who have been there, having dining table conversations since they have been born. And we would love for you to keep on watching us. Thank you, Kush.
Thank you. Thank you
Kush,
so much.
That was
Yeah.
amazing.